That radio chick Cheryl Lee here. Welcome to the Still Rocking It podcast, where we'll have music, news reviews and interviews with some of our favourite Australian musicians and artists.
The Buckleys have firmly established themselves as one of Australia's most exciting young bands and dynamic live performers, known for their infectious charm and consistently fresh take on country music, which has seen them achieve 5 top 5 charting singles. Consisting of siblings Sarah Grace, Molly, Lachlan, and now the youngest Buckley, Dylan, who has taken over drumming duties from Dad Mick Buckley of Radiators fame. The band have taken their electrifying show to stages across Australia and the US, from BluesFest to Tamworth to Monday, the Gympie Muster, Nashville's iconic Bluebird Cafe and Music City groups, and much, much more. Today we're lucky enough to catch up with Sarah to chat about the great new single.
To catch up on podcasts from other favourite artists, simply go to thatradiochick.com.au.
You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick, and I'd like to welcome into our Zoom room today Sarah Buckley from the Buckleys.
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming and spending some time with us and sharing some of your exciting news. The first time I saw you guys perform, my hubby and I rode the Harley to BluesFest, from Adelaide to BluesFest to see you.
Wow, that's amazing. Far out. What a story. That's very cool. BluesFest, one of my favourite shows we've played, so that's a good one.
It was our first BluesFest. So have you done it before then?
I had done the BluesFest busking competition a couple times growing up because we're from the Byron hinterland. So I had done the busking competition back when I was maybe 11 years old by myself. Didn't win, but got invited to come and play at the festival on the busking stage. And then a year or two after that, we went in as the Buckleys to the busking competition as well. We didn't win, but we got invited to play on the busking stage. So yeah, that was awesome. And then that year was the first year that we had been on the proper official lineup. So huge milestone for us that we were very, very excited about. It was a big show.
It was awesome. We were up the front and you absolutely blew hubby and I away. We thought, these guys are great.
Oh, man, thank you. You actually do look a little bit familiar, I will say. We put a lot of work into that show and we're going to make this one one of the best we've ever played, and did a lot of work and a lot of rehearsing in the lead up and had some really special moments in that set. We did this tribute to Chris Murphy, our former manager who passed away. His favourite song was With a Little Help from My Friends. So I think we ended the show on that, the Joe Cocker version with the horn section and some backup singers. It was just one of the best moments ever that I've had on stage. And such an amazing time we had.
Because the year before, we actually rode to BluesFest 2021. I don't know if you guys were due to play on that one, but we got within half an hour. We were half an hour away. And remember, it got COVID cancelled.
Oh, you're kidding, that year. Oh, no. Actually, we were booked on that festival. So frustrating. Yeah, we were booked on that one. Oh, damn, that sucked.
We knew we could do it then. So when it came about, we just went again.
True, it was a good little test.
I actually saw your dad in the crowd and I gave him my card and I said, I'd like to interview your kids. And
really?
It happened overnight, but it's now happened.
Finally, the long way around. That's awesome. Yeah, how good.
Now, one of the questions I normally ask artists is, is music in their DNA? And of course, Dad was drummer in the Radiators from 84 to 87. So I guess he's been a massive influence on you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Huge. Yeah, we grew up listening to so much music just because we were around it, going to gigs. Dad was always playing. Yeah, obviously he was in the Rads throughout the 80s, but then since then was in a big band, a 12-piece big band doing swing and rock. It was in a rockabilly band. And then now is a piano player doing lots of boogie-woogie and honky-tonk piano. So we've had so much music around us and so many musicians. I learned how to play guitar and the blues from a guy called James T who played in Canned Heat. And Canned Heat played at Woodstock back in the 60s. And Gone Out the Country was their big song. And that was James was such a big influence on me. And so many great musos around.
It was inevitable, wasn't it?
Some would say, yeah, totally. Hard not to fall in love with it.
I don't know if it's just me, but do you think country's having this real resurgence at the moment?
Definitely, yeah, huge, in a huge way. I think it's so exciting. I grew up when no one, especially like no one my age, liked or listened to country music. It was like you had to go to the Tamworth Country Music Festival to find people who were into it. People were like at school, be like, oh, you listen to country? Very cool. So it's it's so funny to see it come back around like that.
Where did the passion for country music come from you?
Well, like I said, we grew up listening to like every genre under the sun, but I think Dad especially really like wanted us to be influenced by country music as he came from like the rock and roll industry, which is a bit, hardcore sex, drugs and rock and roll. So when his kids were growing up, he was like, let's get them into country music. It seems a bit more wholesome. Little did he know. Not too far from rock and roll. I would say that was a big reason why, we got into country through that influence.
Obviously, you've stayed with it, so you guys must love it.
Yeah. Oh, I love country music. It truly feels like home, when we listen to it.
We've got a new single to talk about, but before we do that, I noticed here that you wrote a song with
Alexander Lasker. Yeah, so Kingswood, we did a bunch of touring with Kingswood last year. And like to get on so well with the boys. They're like brothers to us at this stage. Yeah, me and Al started writing. So I went to Melbourne and we wrote a bunch of new songs. And then he ended up producing them as well. So exciting. Such a different way of recording than what I'd been and writing than what I'd been used to. Like I was always very much part of like the Nashville scene, which I love as well. But like writing with Al was like, in Nashville, it's kind of more like you start at 9:00 and then finish the first session at 1 and then go to like another session until 5:30 and then kind of clock off. Whereas Al was like, would get into the studio at like 3:00, write a bit of a song and go out for dinner and then come back to the studio and like go back out, have some drinks and come back until like 4 a.m. So it
was like rock and roll.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, actually it was funny. The song, our previous single, See You Folks Again, and What Your Dreams Made Of, our new single, they were both written in the same night. We wrote a third song that night as well, but I don't know if that one will ever be heard.
It's just coincidental because I met Alex in the Zoom room last Tuesday. So it's funny. I get to speak to you both within a week's time.
Yes, that's classic. Yeah, well, we just saw the boys the day before yesterday. They just played Gimpy Muster, which we just played as well. Yeah, I got to catch up with them there, which was great.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
So we'll save the new song till a little bit later. Let's have the song Sarah co-wrote with last week's Zoom room guest, Alexander Lasker from Kingswood, See You Folks Again. And then we're back to Speaks the Bore, to the effervescent young Sarah Buckley from the Buckleys.
Miss your mom, I miss your dad, I miss the memories we had when all we had was time to spend, no heart to mend all summer.
After the Gimpy Muster, you've got Outback by the Sea and then Tamworth. Tamworth being the biggie each year?
Yeah, Tamworth. We actually have Groundwater Country Music Festival as well, which is coming up in, I think it's October. So that'll be really fun. We've never played that one. And then we go to Tamworth Country Music Festival, which we do every year. That's like our annual family holiday. And we do a Buckleys and Friends show. We get like all of our mates and just do a big
jam.
Yeah, we kind of made the decision. We've always done that kind of jam session show, but yeah, we were kind of like, our favourite part of Tamworth is the music one, but also just all of our mates are there and getting to catch up with all our friends and have a good time. And so we kind of bring it back to just like that old, I don't know, the way we kind of grew up in like pubs and jams and things like that. It's like such a great way to play music, which is very different from like a fully produced show, which we also love doing on big festival stages, but kind of stripping it back to just like a good old fashioned, rowdy, loose jam, see what happens. You don't really know where it's going to end up. It's it's very special time and place when you get to do that, I feel like.
Great. Is there any dates to come to our little town soon in Adelaide?
I would love to. Molly is actually, her boyfriend is from Adelaide, and so they have a bunch of friends, his family up there. So it's been spoken about, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to come to Adelaide. I've never been there. I want to come to the wineries. They look great.
We're famous.
I've heard great things, so I'm keen to come for a gig and the winery tour.
Brand new song. What were your dreams made of? Had a nice listen to that. Love it.
Oh, thank you so much.
So the 4 siblings now play in the Buckleys. Was it just 3 at
Yes.
BluesFest, or was I like have to?
No, you're right. Yeah. Just the 3 of us. It's been so far. Well, actually, originally Dad was the drummer, and we had the Buckleys family band was the first iteration a long time ago, and then Dad sacked himself, and then we became a trio. Too difficult to work with, apparently. But then we've been a trio for the most part, and then our little brother, who's always been a young rat bag, when he was like 16, 15, started really like picking up the drums, always played drums and played music. Oh, yeah, actually, he always played drums, but he really kind of got into it, wanted to really do it properly and potentially join the band. So earned his stripes, and then we put him on band probation for a while. But I don't know.
Work experience, boy.
Yeah, exactly. See how he goes. So yeah, and then when he turned 18, we're like, okay, probably time to let him in the band properly.
Let him in the family business.
Yeah, exactly. Join the family mafia.
Do you think you'll keep him?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's pretty good. It's cheap too, so
Can't get rid of him now anyway.
exactly. Yeah.
Another thing that really piqued my interest that I hadn't known was that there's an award-winning doco on your band's meteoric rise, produced by Oscar-winning producer Christopher Jenkins, directed by Grant James, and it's called Take It As It Comes. How can we watch that?
I know, it would be so good. It's kind of caught up in, like, it's kind of boring stuff, but because it's owned by our previous record label, like, kind of not out officially to the public. We went out to some film festivals, which was really cool, but it's not, I need to talk to them and see if we can maybe get the rights to it or something so we can put it out. There's another little documentary that Chris made. It's so funny. We're like, it's so weird having these documentaries about us, especially because we're so new. Like, we're not new to the industry. We've been in it for a long time, but we're quite young. So why anyone would want to make a documentary on us is very strange. But Chris Murphy, our previous manager, he made another documentary, which is on YouTube, and that's called Meet the Buckleys, when we first kind of got signed, and covers the first record. So you can look at that one, Meet the Buckleys. It's on our YouTube channel. 3 short episodes, but then there's the full-length one there. And that's really good too. But yeah, the Take It As It Comes one when we did our EP over in the US, but hopefully one day it comes out. That would be really cool.
In 2019, your debut single off your debut album, Daydream, went to Australian #1 on the country radio. Well done. Fantastic for like a debut single with a rocket.
Totally. No one was expecting that when we put it out. The record label and everything, everyone was like, what's going on here? So it was very cool that happened. Yeah, so quickly. I mean, that was our debut single after signing with our first major label deal with Petra Records and Universal Music. We had previously released other music and other songs, but that was like the official, big starter. So it was pretty wild, that's for sure.
Still Rocking It podcast with that radio chick, Cheryl Lee.
Let's have the title track from that debut album from 2020 that went to #1 with a rocket, Daydream, and then we're back to say goodbye to Sarah from the Buckleys.
I can't get you off of my mind 24/7 all day, all night. Yeah, you got me feeling something like Hollywood big screen on cloud 9.
What is this new single about?
Well, I wrote this song. It was kind of inspired. I was at a festival hanging out with this guy, and I think he was kind of, some people I think have different ideas before they maybe spend time with you or meet you properly as to like what you will be like. And me and Molly definitely can hold our own when it comes to, having a good time.
I heard that.
Yeah. I won't say I drank him under the table, but maybe I did. So this song was kind of inspired in a funny way about that. Yeah, it's just it's a good little boogie and kind of like a lighthearted, I would say, anthem.
It's like a good anthem.
Yeah, exactly.
And another one of yours that I really liked, that I play on the radio all the time, by the way, is your song Woodstock 69.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that's an oldie, kind of. It's the debut record. That was I wrote that with some friends over in Nashville, and it's a good reminiscent song on imagine being at Woodstock. God.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's been anything like it really ever since, except BluesFest, of course.
I was going to say, BluesFest is the closest. Yeah, I love BluesFest. Yeah, it has that kind of similar, real good music and, a lot of soul. Yeah.
I've got 5 children, so
Yeah.
I can just imagine, is it tricky playing with your siblings and there's 4 of you, or do you, get along like house on fire?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag. No, most of the time it's like we definitely get on and we have a great time. I love touring with the family. But there's definitely always moments like any siblings. We are, it's usually very explosive and very short, and then everyone moves on 5 minutes later.
Of course, if you have to go on stage, well, you're professional and you go on stage and then you
Exactly.
bottle over their head later.
Exactly, yeah. We've got to stay professional as much as we can. We try.
I just couldn't imagine my 5 doing that. So I take my hat off to you. That is...
Oh, God, thank you.
No, I agree with it. But what a compliment is this. For your documentary that we can't see yet, won a gold award at the Independent Short Awards in LA. Did you know that?
I did. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I know. That's like wild. How did that happen?
And you had dedicated that doco to the chairman of Petrol Records, who was the longtime manager of In Excess and signed you in 2019, who we sadly lost in 2021, aged only 66. He said Sarah is one of the best songwriters to come out of Australia ever.
Oh, my God. Oh, that is such a wild quote. Yeah, gosh. Yeah.
That's a huge accolade, a huge compliment.
Yeah, pretty an amazing thing to say. Got to try and live up to that one.
I better be good from now on. And I just love your style of songwriting. It's
Oh, thank you.
refreshing. Yeah. I love playing it on the radio. I play it a lot. I play it
Oh.
so I can't wait to start playing What Were Your Dreams Made Of? And we can't wait to come to our little town and we can see you sing it live.
Yes, absolutely. Count me in. I'm gonna start working on that ASAP. Yeah, no, thank you so much. Thanks for all the support as well. It means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And thank you for spending some time with us chatting about everything the Buckleys today.
Thank you. Anytime. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in Adelaide soon or somewhere around the traps otherwise.
Well, we will get over to Tamworth as well. That's
Great.
on the bucket list too. Have you guys ever done Rock the Boat or the country?
Dad goes on and rocks the boat all the time. I think he's on it this year as well. Yeah. Dad's on it every year. We've done cruising country a couple times, which is the country one. But yeah, haven't done rock the boat yet. That would be awesome though.
You could, a little bit of country rock.
I reckon it'll be fine. Yeah, I reckon it'll work.
Love it. Yeah, I noticed that your dad was on Rock the Boat next month, and we're not going this year because
Oh, damn.
can't do everything, even as much as you'd like to.
Yeah, perfect.
We might see him next year.
Had you seen him on another one before?
When did we go? The year that Barnsey was sick. 2023, and we also went in 2015 when Barnsey played. I'm pretty sure he was there. It's pretty, long to remember.
Yeah, it's very true. I can vouch for that. Yeah, totally. Who knows what happened?
So we might even see you there. Sarah, was there anything else that you particularly wanted to touch on before we say goodbye?
Not in particular, no. I think that was great. It was a great little chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'll let you get on with your day. And again, thanks for your time.
Thanks so much.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
Here it is, as promised, the new single, What Were Your Dreams Made Of? An infectious cocktail of honky-tonk heart, rockabilly rebellion, and pure Buckley magic. The track is a high-energy anthem built for dance floors, festival stages, and country playlists alike. Frontwoman Sarah Buckley delivers powerhouse, velvet-smooth vocals alongside a fierce mandolin solo that refuses to be ignored.
The sun's already rising, and I wonder what went wrong. Yeah, I know that I'll be fighting this headache all day long.
You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick. Thank you so much for joining me on the Still Rocking It podcast. Hope to catch you again next time. Get out when you can, support Aussie music, and I'll see you down the front.